Hello everyone and welcome to Yogashala Online. My name is Cheri and today I am going to guide you through a neck and shoulder focused practice. So for today's practice, I'll ask that you please have a strap available to use. Also, a couple of blocks are always handy through the standing sequence. And as always, we suggest you set yourself up with your home practice with other items in the home, blankets, bolsters, and whatever you need to support yourself through your practice. So unroll your mat, get comfy, and let's get started. Starting either in a seated position or kneeling as I am now in Virasana, or you may choose to lie down on the floor in Shavasana. Whichever position you choose, just begin to turn your mind inwardly. Just take a couple of deep breaths and let everything go. Everything that's gone on today up and until this point. And you just allow all of the happenings to just melt away. And if you've chosen to be on your back, maybe start by sensing and feeling into the pressure points on the back of the body that are against the floor. From your heel bones, all the way up your legs to the back of your pelvis. Maybe feeling into the shoulder blades, down both of your arms, and the back of your head. Just allow yourself to become heavy. Notice any sensations or areas in the body that you need to pay attention to today. And if you're in a seated or kneeling position, start to feel into the weight of your sitting bones. Allow the weight of the pelvis to drop into the surface beneath you. So as we move through the layer of being of our outward body, our flesh and blood, just allow a softness to wash over you. And then slowly begin to shift your awareness to your breath. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breath as you inhale and exhale. Beginning to feel into the sensations as the breath comes into the lungs, expands, allows the rib cage to open, maybe the belly rises. And then notice as the exhale comes, the fall. Perhaps you allow the body to just drop a little more, a little heavier into the surface beneath you. As we shift our mind towards our body and our breath, we allow this transition period to come. This place where we can be in tune with our bodies and ourselves. The next 60 minutes of your practice. And just by shifting your consciousness to the awarenesses of the sensation in the body with your breath, just allow your practice to take hold. Allow your practice to be soft and gentle. Very slowly, if you are on your backs, just beginning to invite some movement into the stillness. Maybe taking the head from side to side, reaching your arms up over your head, and very slowly in your own time, making your way, please, up to a seated or kneeling position. I like to always suggest that we take something and place it under our sitting bones. So whether you're in kneeling or in seated Sukhasana, maybe taking a block or a rolled blanket and just placing it underneath the pelvis to help lift the pelvis up and allow the spine a little more freedom. Join me. Bring your hands, please, into Namaste, resting the thumbs at your breastbone. And I ask you to come with a humble mind. So humility. Being open and willing and receptive for your practice. And allow the gifts of this yoga practice to be received. Enjoy your practice, everyone. Slowly releasing the hands, lift the head and open the eyes. And we'll begin to move. Inhaling, take the arms away and up, reach up. Inhaling, take your fingertips towards your ceiling, turn your gaze to look up. As the fingertips reach skyward, allow the sitting bones to drop and then gently draw the lower abdomen in and up. Inhaling, interlace your fingertips above your head. And then with an exhale, turn the palms to go up and then nod your chin down into your chest. Nice, long, big stretch. Using your breath to just flow naturally in and out. With each inhale, can you find a little more length in the spine? Exhale, stay there and allow the breath to flow through you. Leaving the chin nodded down in towards the chest, we start to open up the back of the neck and shoulders here. As today's focus, we'll work a little bit in that upper neck and back section. Take one more breath, reach through the arms. And then slowly take the arms apart, reach through the arms, straighten the arms away from each other, and then land them back into your lap, then lift the head. Take a deep inhale as you draw the breath up the front of your spine, and with an exhale, let's rotate to the right. With each inhale, finding length, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. And then when the exhale comes, perhaps you can create a little more spiral through the upper back and look over the right shoulder. And then inhaling, changing sides, making your way over to your left side. So today's focus is neck and shoulders. As we begin to warm up, begin to focus and feel into the sensations or any tensions that you might be feeling in the upper back. And then inhale, come back to center. Let's take the legs out of our seated position and bring the legs out in front. And once the legs are unkinked, just bend and straighten the knees a few times, pumping the quadriceps, just allowing the blood flow to come down into the legs, into the feet. And then from here, we'll switch Bhujangasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Squeeze the soles of your feet together to unlock the energy in the groins. So we want to wake up the inner thighs here. Squeezing the feet together, move the energy from the inner groins through the inner thighs, away and out the knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Sitting bones are heavy, belly is in and up. Breath is smooth. And then we'll open up the feet here. So keeping the pinky edge side of your feet together, take the big toe mounds away from one another. So now we're moving through the ankle here a little bit, and then we're also working through the toes. Spread your toes, and holding on to the ankles to keep the chest moving forward. And as you allow the feet to open up here, again, we're accentuating, getting a stretch through the inner thighs. And perhaps some of you are even feeling this as it wraps around the knees and then send the energy back into the outer hips. Take one more breath. And then very, very slowly, let's close up the feet. Let's help close up the knees and straighten the legs. And we're going to come on to our backs. We're going to work a little bit of the hamstrings, just to warm up those hamstrings before we get going into our standing or anything we're doing here. This is a great exercise to do each day, okay? Come on down to your backs. The legs are going to come long down your mat. Okay. Bring the legs together. Activate the legs, bringing the big toe mounds to touch, and your inner ankles are drawing towards one another. Press through your heels and activate your quadriceps so the legs are active and engaged. Drawing the belly down towards the spine and gently lift it up towards the heart center. And now that you're on your backs here again, maybe feel into the head, neck, and shoulders. Is there any tension? And see if you can continue to cultivate some length through the back of the neck. Okay, so even maybe taking the hands behind your head and helping to lift the back of the skull bone away from the base of the neck, just giving yourself some space. The gaze is just up towards the ceiling. We'll start with the right leg. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. Maybe hang on to the top of the shin for a moment and just squeeze it into the body. Just get a little bit of mobility into that right hip. Just a little backwards and forwards, inhaling and exhaling, just allowing that knee to come into the chest. And then you're going to take your strap and place it around the sole of your right foot, straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling or away from the body. We need to maintain a nice straight leg to work the back of the hamstrings here. I'd like you to reach up with your right hand only, please, and clasp both tails of the strap so that your right arm is working here. Okay, the right arm is helping to hold the leg up in space. Left hand can just be down by your side. Take a deep inhale, and I want you to press through, please, both of your heels and lengthen the backs of your legs. You should start to feel a little tension or stretch to the back of your right leg. Now for a moment, let's focus on our left leg. Press the inner left thigh down and into your mat to anchor the left side of your pelvis. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe into the sensation that you're feeling perhaps through the back of your right leg as we begin to open up and nourish the hamstring on the back of the right leg. Inhale and exhale. The right arm and shoulder is plugged down and into its socket, so there should be no tension in the neck. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Maybe with each breath, the leg can come just a little bit closer to the body. Making sure you're maintaining a nice straight leg so that we're activating the back of the leg here. And then very slowly bend the right knee. Maybe give it a little squeeze, a little hug, a little rock and roll from side to side, and then lay the leg back down next to the left. And then just stop, pause, and feel for a moment. Maybe you've got a little bit more freedom through the back of the right pelvis, the back of the right leg indeed, got a little bit of nourishment, blood flow and breath. And then again, bring the legs back into an active place, pressing through the heels, activating the quadriceps. The belly is soft and drawing down and in towards the spine and gently up towards the heart center. Okay, shoulders are soft, neck is still long. Draw the left knee now in towards your chest, squeeze the knee in towards the side body. Maybe give it a few little circles. Maybe inhaling and exhaling, taking the knee away from the body and then back in. Just giving a little bit of extra movement here before we come into a static pose. And then straighten your left leg, take the strap around the sole of the left foot and straighten the leg away. Left hand reaches up, clasps both tails of the strap. Right hand is down by the sides. Inhaling, flex both of your feet. So activate through the legs. The quadriceps are active here. And then using the natural rhythm of your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Okay. Focus, breathe into the area of tension now on the back of the left leg. And for a moment, bring your attention to your inner right thigh bone and draw it in and down so that the right side of the body is anchored. And then using our breath, let's focus in on the back of the right leg, left leg, breathing into the hamstrings, giving them a little nourishment. We'll take 1 more breath here. And then slowly bending the left knee, bring the knee into the chest, give it a little squeeze, a little hug from side to side. And for now, we're done with the strap. Just take the strap over to the side. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Let's give ourselves a little squeeze, a little hug, maybe a little rocking from side to side, just gently on the back of the pelvis. Maybe some circles with the knees. And then we're going to make our way now over into our table position. Let's take our right arm up over our head, roll over to your right side. Pause there for a moment, then use your left hand to press down to help lift up the spine. Okay, perfect. Join me on all fours, so hands and wrists are underneath of the shoulders and armpits here. Knees are hip width apart and just underneath the hips or slightly behind. And for a moment, just embody this shape. Begin to feel into the length of the spine, shoulders, and neck here. Again, activating the belly, so taking it in and up. Just taking a couple of breaths here, finding length through the back of your body. The crown of your head moves away from your tailbone, and the tailbone moves away from the crown of your head. And let's take this into a little spinal extension and flexion through Bhujangasana. Inhaling, drop the belly, move the sternum through the arms, concaving the lower back, also known as cow. Exhale, let's come into cat spine. Draw the navel in and up, arcing the upper back, press into the arms. Inhale, forward. Exhale, cat. Again, inhale, forward. So we're articulating vertebrae by vertebrae, working through the spine, extension and flexion. And then let's come back to stillness. Making our way up to our downward facing dog. Bring your hands one hand length forward, press through the hands. Activate your upper arm bones, squeeze the triceps away from one another. Tuck your toes, take a deep inhale, and then with an exhale, lift your hips up. Set your feet into your length of dog. And then let's all bend our knees, bringing the belly onto the tops of the thighs. Lift your hips up high. Keep pressing through the arms, wrapping the armpits around and forward. Spread your shoulder blades. Keep lifting those hips up even higher, getting a nice long spine. And then inhale. Exhale, straightening the legs. Maybe the heels are coming down towards the floor. If you still need to work a little bit through the backs of the legs, bending one knee at a time, and just allowing the breath to flow through the straight leg, encouraging the heels to move down towards the floor. And then at some point, find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Press through the hands. Draw the energy from the hands up the arms and into the armpits. Then maybe transfer that energy down the sides of your waists towards the sides of your hips. And then from there, can you feel the energy drawing down the backs of your legs and right through your heel bones, activating the quadriceps so the fronts of the legs are just as active. Let's take one more breath here. Inhaling, look between your thumbs, and then slowly exhaling, step your feet forward and come into a forward fold. Let your head dangle here. Maybe you're releasing the head and neck just by giving a little nod, a little shake. Bending your knees significantly, allowing the belly to come right onto the tops of the thighs. Maybe reaching and holding onto either elbow and just giving yourself a slight little ragdoll action here. And if you are experiencing head or neck or shoulder pain today, maybe taking your fingers up and clasping the back of your skull bone here, allowing yourself to just help take that tension and make some space around the head and neck by pulling gently on the head. Releasing the hands, bring your fingertips please to either side of your toes. Coming up to a flat back, inhale, keep your fingertips down, stretch your spine forward, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, stretch. Belly is lifted, shoulder blades are down your back. Exhale, fold. Let's come all the way skyward, hands together, forward and up. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhaling, bringing your hands down into your heart center and pause. Release the hands. Now that we've come skyward, I'd like you to find, or onto our feet, I'd like you to find your strap. We're just going to start to work the arms and the shoulders a little bit here, warming our arms and shoulders up, okay? Take your strap into your palms, and you need quite a wide angle here. You want to come beyond the shoulders. And bring the hands down into the front of the hips. You're going to inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, thread the arms around and back down by the hips. Inhale, take the arms up. Nice straight elbows. Exhale, arms come down. Again, inhale. So we're doing a little forward and back motion. Pull against the straps with your hands. Widen the arms as much as you need so that you can get over and around. Inhaling and exhaling. Feet are pressing down into your mat. Quadriceps are active, belly is in and up. Maybe speed this action up a little bit. Notice one side or the other. Is one side a little more sticky or tense? Okay. Finding your range of motion. Never working to pain, but we're working through tension here. Let's go a couple more times, maybe a little faster. And then once you come back around and forward, ha. And then from here, just hanging on to your strap, just don't let it drop to the floor. I'd like you to take your fingertips and just reach your fingertips down towards your feet. As your fingertips and your arms reach down, allow the shoulder blades to come down with you. And again, stretch up the back of your neck so that you're getting nice long neck. Take another breath. And slowly release. Good. We're going to use our strap a couple more times here. So we're going to make ourselves a little harness. We're going to work through a little bit of neck stretches. I'd like you to take your strap and bring it across your upper back, almost up to where your armpits would come in. And then you want to make sure that your strap is at equal length. Both tails are equal. Okay. And then from here, you're going to take your strap, one over the right shoulder and one over the left shoulder. And then I'd like you to crisscross your strap high up on the back, so almost at the base of the neck here. You're going to take your right strap across to the left and the left across to the right, making a little X. And I'd like you to try to keep that X as high up onto the base of the neck as you can, right into C7 here. Okay, and then from here, you're just going to take the tails of your strap around and forward. Might take you a little minute to get your arms around and through. There we go. So you're like creating a little harness here. And then just make sure that little X gets moved back up as close as you can to the base of the neck there. Okay. So now you've created this little harness. Now just right here, you should start to feel that there's an opening through the front of your chest. So just holding on to the straps on either hand with the palms facing up, just gently starting to pull against each of the straps. Starting to feel that opening through the front of the chest, shoulder blades are sliding down your back. Take a deep inhale. So you're setting your feet in Tadasana. So nice strong foundation in the legs. Draw the energy up. Quadriceps are strong. Belly is in and up. I'd like you to slowly start to bring your right ear down to your right shoulder. And then with your right hand in the strap, pull a little bit more forward with the right hand. You'll start to feel the left strap drawing down into the upper trapezius here. So this is what we're focusing on. As the right ear comes down to the right shoulder, keeping the face line forward, as you pull the right strap more forward, please start to feel perhaps this little bit more tension through the left side. Take a breath. And then slowly let the neck come up. And then we'll go to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. And then using the tension or the hand with the left strap here, pull forward and down with the left. And again, starting to feel that you're getting a little more into the right side of the neck and the upper trapezius muscles here. Okay. Breathe into the sensations, notice the tension, and then coming back up. And we'll do that one more time each side, okay? Right ear to right shoulder. Pull more with the right hand to get a little more intensity through the left side. Inhale, exhaling. Slowly bring the head up and then over to the other side. Pulling more with the left side to open up through the right neck. And then bringing the head up. You can release from your little harness here. Take your arms out of the strap. You can take your strap and just place it to the side. And then just feel for a moment. Just notice. Even if you'd like to take your shoulders through a full range of motion, either forward or back, or maybe even lifting the arms up, forward, out, down. Just notice. Were you able to release or remove any tension? Is there a little more space through the neck and the upper back? Okay. That little exercise can be done often through the day if you're somebody who's working at a computer or a desk with your arms forward and your head down. Okay. We can start to relieve this tension through the upper trapezius muscles and the muscles that hold up the neck. Okay. Or hold up the head. Yeah, the neck muscles that hold up our head. Yeah. All right. So one more little action before we move through a little bit of, we're going to do a couple sun salutations just to get the body moving a little bit. But I want us to work now the front of the shoulder. I'd like you to find a wall. And you're going to take your right fingertips and place them on the wall. And you're going to stand about a foot away from the wall. Okay. So the right fingertips come behind you at about shoulder height or below. Okay, and then take your left hand and cross it in front of the body and maybe hooking your fingertips onto the outer edge of your right rib cage. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, I want you to move your rib cage, so move your upper torso towards the left, keeping the front of your hips forward and your feet forward. Inhale, exhale, begin to rotate away from the wall. You'll start to feel an opening through the front of the shoulder. Keep the right shoulder plugged in and down into its socket. Okay, so just another couple breaths here. And if you start to feel a little bit of a tingling through the biceps, the inner elbow, the forearm, even down to the wrist, just means we need to do this a little more often. Okay. And then slowly release from that side. And then let's turn to the other side. Left fingertips onto the wall at about shoulder height or below. Okay. First, start by plugging that left shoulder blade down and in towards its socket. So pull that shoulder back and down and set the shoulder blade down and in. Right hand can cross in front of the chest and then hook your fingertips onto the outer edge of your left rib cage. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, rotate your upper body away from the wall. Stay there. Inhale, again, find length. Feet are solid, belly is in and up. Exhale, rotate. Again, notice and feel into the sensations that are happening in the arm, only going to where you're feeling something. Inhale. Exhale. And then release from that side. Maybe take the arms again through a full range of motion. Okay, let that all go. Great. Everyone, please come and stand at the top of your mat. Let's move through a couple of sun salutations. We'll do the classical sun salutation so we get an entire body focus here. Now that the shoulders are nice and warm and the legs and the hamstrings have been warmed up, this is a nice way to just continue through our practice, get a little more cardiovascular and get the blood flowing through all of the joints in our body. Start with our hands, please, in Namaste. Inhaling and exhale like you'd take your gaze to your thumbs. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to the flat back. Exhaling, step your right foot way back bend your knee, tuck your toe. Inhale, press the hips forward, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down your back. Exhaling, step back to a plank pose. Inhale, find length and stability. Exhale, bend your knees and elbows, chin and chest to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, low cobra. Exhale, dip the chin down. Inhale, high cobra, lift up, lift the belly, lift up, shoulder blades down your back. Exhaling, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bring your right foot forward, drop your left knee, low lunge on this side. Inhale, draw the pelvis forward, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down your back, look up. Exhaling, step forward, come to forward fold. Inhale, lifting, rising, all the way up, hands above the head, look up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center and pause. Other side, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to the flat back. Exhaling, left foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, pelvis forward, lift the chin, look up. Exhaling, step back to your plank pose. Inhale, find length and stability. Exhaling, bend your knees and elbows, draw your chin and chest to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, low cobra. Exhale, drop the chin. Inhale, high cobra. Press the pinky edges of your feet in, lift your chest. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, step forward with the left foot, drop your knee, untuck your toe. Inhale, drive the pelvis forward, look up. Exhaling, step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come skyward, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale, hands come down into heart center and pause. Release the hands. Find a couple blocks, bring 2 blocks to the top of your mat, and let's get our strap now also. We're gonna do a little bit more work through the backs of the legs and in the shoulders. We're